Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in Chronicles of Darkness, Vampire a Requiem for London. It is a very chilly night as the cold snap has taken place. Rain and sleet are abundant on the streets, and fewer and fewer mortals roam the streets as winter begins to take hold. With naught but those who are in it for the end of the Christmas rush, running about fetching their kids and friends and spouses gifts before the promised date. Damien, you have been spending your time feeding around Camden. And while you've been around Camden, you have noticed a few things. The first is that there are less crone and unfriendly, outright hostile kindred roaming the streets, and more hostile mortals. Well, there aren't any of those proclaiming themselves acolytes or Circle of the Crone anymore, and they rarely did that. You have ran into a couple of would-be hunters, or have heard of those from your Revenant colleagues. Nothing special, usually just mortals who've seen too much, or an over-enthusiastic hobbyist who somehow managed to glean some semblance of truth from the nonsense that they read. But you have noticed an uptick in hunters within the domain. And you imagine an uptick across London certainly would not be unreasonable, given that Camden isn't exactly out of the ordinary. The other thing is the sort of return to normalcy. Police are out and about on the streets, and for a while it was very much almost as if the city was in a state of lockdown. The authorities were very, very on point in regards to almost any major criminal act that took place within the domain. And perhaps from what you've seen and from your the residents of the domain have been telling you, perhaps a bit too on point. But the situation is beginning to calm down now. And you are dealing with less police, which is always a good thing. In fact, on the news, the new chief of police is up for honours, given his sterling work in bringing back some sanity to the neighborhood. But yeah. Is Damien just hanging? Where is Damien hanging out around the street? Is he like hanging around inside a bar or a pub, or is he just sort of hanging around outside in a side street? Just chatting with
He's
you?
probably just like hanging around in like bar adjacent. His feeding style is find someone tipsy and jump them. So he's probably like in the side streets, side alleys, waiting for someone to go for a piss.
Oh, you've definitely found one of those people. Christmas is a time when people do tend to get a bit topsy-turvy, shall we say. And you find a guy who's just drunk enough that he makes for an easy target, but not so drunk that he'd make you an easy target.
Mm-hmm.
And you take your fill from them. But it's when you send them on their way, or just sort of send yourself on your way, that someone approaches you. An Asian gentleman in formal dress wear, a suit, but it's unbuttoned and about a quarter of a way down. It looks slightly unkempt. And they're relatively broad, but not really any taller than you. They have it's almost as if they were to have your build, but they were to be 10, 20 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
And it is this man. And his accent is quite thick, but I'm not going to try and do it because, my God, it'll be a disaster. But he says, "Are you Mr. White?"
And just asking.
The sheriff is asking. Don't know why I got that accent. What?
Rolls his eyes. He goes, "Yeah, what you want?"
Prince wants a word with you.
I'm to do anything. I don't know why anyone was saying I didn't do anything. What's he want?
A word with you. Maybe
I'm
you haven't done
trying to
anything. Maybe that's the point.
All right, tell him I'm on my way, I guess.
There is the briefest glimmer of something resembling a smirk. His face is remarkably neutral. Like, the man is damn near impossible to read. It's kind of hard to tell whether he feels anything or if he's just very, very good at keeping his cards close to his chest.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll walk out of the side street adjacent to the bar, and he's just gonna gesture to something just outside of your vision, outside of the side street. But you hear the revving of an engine and sleek black sedan roll up next to the side street.
He just kind of rolls his eyes at that.
Do I sit for Captain America?
No.
No.
No. He rolls his eyes at the car. He's like, oh, god damn it.
The man calling himself a sheriff doesn't really seem to react much either way. But he will say, "You're not in trouble. Get in."
He gets in.
You can see Mr. Stanfort on the seat adjacent to yours, and the door that's been opened for you.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a driver, but they do not appear to have a predatory aura. They appear to be human, unless they are masking it. But you have no way to perceive that either way.
Mm-hmm.
The door is shut. The so-called sheriff gets in on the front on the shotgun seat, and he'll begin to go on a drive around the block. Mr. White, my apologies for the sudden visit, but you're a difficult man to find.
Yeah, that's intentional.
I'm well aware. Has the good bishop told you of our most recent discussion?
I don't believe so.
That's a surprise. I would have imagined she would have. The Invictus, Sanctified, and Revenants have all come to an arrangement.
Raises a brow at that.
Perhaps it'd be more accurate for me to say arrangements. I hope you'll be happy to hear that my sect will no longer be bothering yours anymore. Well, no longer be bothering you. I hear you're still independent.
It's gonna stay that way.
A respectable enough choice. There aren't many who make that commitment in London. There never have been.
They ain't me.
There used to be more. Many decades ago, although recent times have often necessitated us to pick sides. Although I see you've chosen yours.
Mm-hmm.
I've been making the rounds to various kindred of merit. I have an offer for you.
Go on.
When this domain is stabilized, it will need kindred at the street level who know how it works at its most intimate. Kindred unlike myself, who have existed at the ground level and understand those who operate at the ground level.
Mm-hmm.
I am to understand that you are one of those kindred.
He shrugs his shoulders.
Perhaps I should say I know you're one of those kindred.
So what is it? You want me on your payroll?
I would like you as an archon to one of my sheriffs, the north side of the domain. Camden, I see that you've grown accustomed to this place.
Sounds like a lot of tie downs, loose ends. You know,
It carries with it its perks, and I would not require you to relinquish your independence as the former prince would.
hmm.
I have a great many assets in place, keeping things in order, at keeping kindred in their place, at preventing breaches of the masquerade, unwanted sirings, etc., etc. But it is far more preferable for everybody to have kindred who are able to identify them and stop them from happening before they occur. If I'm having to call up the police chief to deal with a breach in the masquerade because somebody overfed in the local pub you were just at,
No, nothing to do with your immune system. Just the type of virus it
then
is.
the situation has already reached a crisis point. I need individuals who are ready to take the initiative. And know where the trouble spots are.
I'll consider it. I'm only considering it because Charlie at least likes you.
I don't intend to, and he doesn't air quote, but the way in which he says it is like as if it were air quotes. Use you, at least any more than a government uses their police to enforce the law. I do not wish to be in this position. I've never wished to be in this position. If I were to have had my way, I would not be here. But it is as it is.
Well, I'm considering this. What extensions would you stretch out the clan gangrel?
You know, in all of the discussions I've had with kindred across the domain so far, you are the first to mention your clan.
It's probably because I'm not tied up in all the cult stuff.
A lot of those feast nights, but unsurprising. People often turn to faith in times of crisis.
I like the family.
He nods to that.
I'll do your Archon thing. If Clan Gangrel can have an extension of domain.
He considers this. The vision I have for this domain is not to divide it among sectarian or clanist boundaries. However,
That's going to happen regardless. You've seen the kindred here.
Yes and no. Mortals and kindred alike will always flock to the familiar, those that are with their in-groups, their crowds, their circles, but it will not be as manufactured as it was before. There is a reason the old prince divided domains up by sect. It was a useful tool for division. And that was about the extent of it.
They're not my people. We're outlanders. We're wanderers. We're outsiders. They're going to want tie downs if they're to accept this new vision. I'm simply taking the first step as their unofficial speaker.
There is a kindred like you that I know. Perhaps you've heard of him, Mr. Knight.
Can't say that I have. I don't think I have.
Quite infamous before all of this. Quite young, like yourself. Found to understand he has only been part of the Dance Macabre for 10 to 20 years. And yet claimed half of Wandsworth against the sheriff's will and managed to hold it. Like you, he is a staunch independent. Very much wants to be left alone. Much like you, he wants to remain independent. But he has a soft spot for family. I'd be willing to grant him or another gangrel of your choosing a barony through which your clan can gather and flourish.
Smiles at that.
This would extend at least as far as a singular borough.
Damien nods and goes, the gangrel will have to talk on the matter. But I am fine with this offer.
There are several gangrel within my new court you can discuss the matter with, Miss Caliborn and the new keeper. Or should I say, old keeper? Simply being given back what she was always due. But yes, there are several among you, or several of you among my court. But I'm sure the rest of the clan will wish to have a say in the matter as well.
He nods.
I can only hope your clan sees it for the opportunity that it is.
Offer for at least offer to. I'll present the offer.
I look forward to hearing back from you on the matter.
He gives it like one nod.
There is another matter I should discuss with you, or rather, I require to discuss with you.
Mm-hmm.
Relates to your creator, so I would be incorrect given your initial origins.
Raises an eyebrow at that.
I am aware of Grayman and the grudge he has for me.
Everyone's aware of it. You want him taken out?
I have every reason to suspect he will attempt to attack the Elysium I intend to hold.
Mm-hmm.
It is a useful opportunity to him, for him, and those present at the Elysium are under no guarantee of being my allies. It wouldn't be reasonable for him to assume that many kindred present would just allow him to tear me apart from there. Particularly the former prince and his own retinue.
Mm-hmm. You missing the bit where I come into this?
You and the sheriffs are going to kill him when he arrives.
Damien nods maybe a bit too enthusiastically at that.
No doubt he will not come alone, and has likely sired himself a small army, but most of them have been dealt with at this point. Thanks to kindred like yourself, funnily enough. It
If he
was your
attacks,
discovery that made the... Oh, sorry.
I'm going.
He just says it was your discovery that made the threat apparent to us.
If he attacks, that does mean the Strix are coming too.
This is why Miss Caliborn is the keeper. And the Habit will also be present, and are well equipped taking down such creatures as am I.
And we have nothing to worry about.
The owls are only dangerous insofar as they can hide from us, similar to how we are a danger to mortals, but only so long as we are hidden from them.
Mm-hmm.
And just as how humanity could easily destroy all of us should they discover us, so can we easily destroy the Strix should they become known to us. And they have. Strange. The one that incited this conflict was the one that revealed them in the first place. I would be wary, though, should you get struck down. Make sure you speak with Miss Caliborn once you are in Elysium, so she can treat you. She can protect you from possession.
Will do.
She cannot defend you against their other acts, but their most dangerous she can alleviate from you.
Is that everything?
There is one other matter relating to the arrangement I have made with the Revenants. There is to be an uplifting of one among their number to serve as a primogen of their ranks, to legitimize their place within our society. They shall be assisting you.
Fine by me.
And Grimman and the Strix come to take my life. Sheriff Mori will have more information on you closer to the date of the Elysium.
Nods his head.
He and Sheriff Fane have made it their business to educate themselves on the matters of the Strix. But yes, there shall be a primogen of the Revenant class. Not a popular decision by any stretch of the imagination, perhaps my most unpopular, but necessary in order to maintain the peace.
Hmm.
And the assistance the Revenants provide you will be a display of their loyalty to the domain over their own enhanced predations.
So I already said that's fine by me.
Excellent. Is there any place you would like dropping off?
He looks out the window and goes, "Here is fine."
Very
He
well.
doesn't care where he is. He's just like, "Let me go."
Okay. The car will pull over briefly, and when you get out, you're just at the south end of Camden Town, near the post office. It was a pleasure seeing you again, Damien. I know we haven't had much opportunities to speak.
Nods his head.
The sheriff will lower the window and give you a piece of paper with a number on it, and he'll simply say, "Destroy this when you're done with it."
He takes the thing and nods.
He nods back to you and the window goes back up. And Prince will shut the door, and Carl will make its way off into the night. Because you realised it was. If you actually want to make me a wits plus composure check, or wits plus crafts, if you've got like vehicle repair, I guess.
I do not have crafts. Let me look at my wits composure. Well, it's a success.
Okay, then you can see with your enhanced kindred vision that the car is it's an armored vehicle. So which gives perhaps the implication that perhaps a fight with you may have been expected, or perhaps the prince was expecting someone to assault both of you when you're in the vehicle. Maybe an outside force. At the very least, the prince is perhaps a bit more concerned for his safety than his confident demeanor would suggest.
Mm-hmm.
He's clearly taking quite a lot of precautions. But yeah, you're left on the side of a road. Do you have a phone on you?
Yeah. Damien's always got his phone.
Okay. So you have a friend among the revenants. And they just call themselves Jack. But you get a text message from Jack. And it simply says, "You mind meeting us at the Camden Kitchen?"
He pumps her a text. It just says on my way.
It's just a response that says, "Yeah, there's a thing."
I guess he makes his way that way.
So the Camden Kitchen is it's a very traditional corner pub near Camden Market. Very old school.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the big brass, the Camden Kitchen on just above the door. Varnished black wood with very dull looking windows as you make your way in. And you can see Jack dude in his mid-30s, fairly loosely dressed, just a coat and a plain white t-shirt, but looks like it hasn't been washed in a few days because it has some stains on it, slowly graying out. Like it's the only thing in his wardrobe. It admittedly probably is. But next to him is a younger looking man. Almost looks like a teenager. Like, the dude couldn't be above the age of like 22, 23. Maybe he's 21. He's just got a black bomber jacket with a beanie that he's taken off. Bright red hair, freckles just sort of littering the entirety of his face. And the fading marks of acne. But he looks very very skittish. Whereas Jack is just trying to get him to calm the fuck down. Both are sort of have drinks they haven't touched. Both do have a blush of life active. They both look mortal. They're breathing. But they're not drinking much. But Jack sees you and he says, "Ah, my man, you mind taking a seat? I found this poor bastard just outside Primrose."
Just glance at the kid when it sits down.
Do you want to make me a 1 second? Just need to go find it real quick. Make me a wits plus blood potency check.
Oh, it is 2 successes.
Okay. So when you look at him, you get a very faint sense of recognition as you see him as Gangrel. You can tell through the blood.
Let me consider that for a moment. He goes, let me guess, doesn't know shit about shit.
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
He turns to Jack and he just goes, let me guess, he doesn't know shit about Jack.
Kinda, sorta. It's complicated.
It's not complicated. He either knows stuff or he doesn't know stuff.
I know stuff. I know. I've been a He was one of us. You know, the whole R word.
Mm-hmm.
Someone fed me their blood, and I was told you could help me in that. You're my new family.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I called you because you're a G, and you're good with us.
Yeah.
And he's this is kind of a fucked up situation.
Oh yeah.
Ain't never seen someone do that to us before. Usually they have usually they've got the knives and the chair legs out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what sort of fucking play it is, but it's definitely a fucking play. So I'd rather get him in the hands of somebody who's trustworthy before oh,
Wait a second,
before
red dog barking at me.
oh dear. This is what animalism does to a person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. This is definitely hated by animals, Bane. Yeah, I'd rather get him in the hands of someone trustworthy before his mom or dad show up and start claiming ownership.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was some stupid fucking accident or if it was an actual play here, but it's I mean, one less mouth to feed, I guess.
Yeah, I'll
His
look into
name's
it. I'll find out what's going on.
my name's Stu, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Stuart Marshall. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, stick with me for a bit. I'm gonna look into this. I guess we're gonna go see Charlie and talk about this. God damn it.
Yeah. I dropped I told your sis, and I think she's dropped it to her. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, somebody been fucking with us on your turf. Weird thing is, I don't even consider it that bad. I'm kind of jealous, really. Lucky motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had somebody who loved me that much.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. Maybe you can love me that much. Yeah? Give me a bit of the V? Yeah? No? Prick.
Oh, you're my revenant you're my R word contact link. I'll lose that.
I can still be your R boy. I just won't be an R boy myself. You know?
Tell you what, Jack. Help me get to the bottom of the case with this kid and I'll do it. Put a word in with Stanford and see what we can do.
Oh shit, this was smoother than I expected. Didn't really expect to make it this far.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck. Okay, then. I guess I'm in.
Yeah, prove you're competent.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you
put my
know
name out
me.
there.
I'm the picture of fucking competence. Ain't nobody on the streets as competent as me. I'm
I don't know.
capital
I'm standing right
C.
here.
I mean, look, you rolled a dice and got lucky with the crazy. All right. I am pretending your mom's anything less than that.
Hey, I didn't say anything. I just said I'm competent.
I mean, that's. Well, stop stealing my fucking niche, all right?
All right. Yeah. You help me out with this kid, and you're in. Or I'll at least I'll talk to the people and get you in.
Sounds like a fucking plan to me. Hell yeah.
Hmm.
All right. I told you I found him around Primrose. Which is, well, I mean,
He just turns to like the gangrel kid, and he's like, "You got a place you crashing at?"
Yeah, I've had a place for a little while now. With the other former family, so probably not the best spot right now, but I'm fine. I mean, I can, and he just sort of leans in. I can melt into like walls and dirt and stuff now, so I think I should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just hang out and like, I don't know, say regions or something, like fucking regions or something. Just, you know, I'll be in Regent's Park. You know, you know, find me. I can just shop at the Fountain or something, or the zoo. I take your pick. It's not really. It's probably safer if I keep moving around right now. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know who made me this way. So
Well, that'll be the first step. Find out who did this to you. We'll have a talk with them. We'll figure out what's going on. I'll talk with some people to make sure you don't end up beheaded for existing.
I mean, that's nothing new to me, really.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Fuck. I mean, this is a step up from what everybody's telling me.
It's a step up in some ways, and it's multiple steps down in other ways. You get used to it.
All right. I'll All right. Yeah.
Damien just like starts texting on his phone. He punches out a text to Charlie saying that he's bringing a puppy home.
I'm going to be very interested in her response.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's online or not now. So.
Well, Jack just stands up. I'm sorry to take some valuable time out of your night. I just thought I'd, you know.
Oh, I wasn't doing shit. Don't worry about it.
That's the weird thing about just sort of being what we are. Too much time on our bloody hands.
Mm-hmm.
Gets dull. But now I got something
Gotta
to do.
get a hobby.
I? Yeah, well, this is my hobby. This motherfucker right here is my new hobby. To which Stuart just looks like vaguely offended.
Just looks to him and goes, "Yeah, you get used to that too."
Fucking. Thought supposed to be more respected or some shit.
Yeah, then you get that perk in 2 to 3 centuries.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not going to last that long.
No, that's the quick route.
What? You're just fucking
I'm
with
fucking
me.
with you, kid.
God fucking damn it. Well, I'm gonna get out of your hair. I'll look into the shit that happened at Primrose.
All right, take care.
See you later. And then he just like looks at Stu and just says, "See you later, Barry." And Stu just gives him the finger. All right, so where do you want us to go?
We're gonna back to my place. We're gonna find out what you do and don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's yeah. Jack Shaw picked a place for us to meet the fuck up, didn't he? Should be near to do.
Well, small things first. We're gonna make sure you don't get. We'll make sure you don't get vanished first. We're gonna make sure you know how to, cross your T's, dot your I's. Who to say, who to call sir, who to call a prick.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been a ref for a while, so I know that, who not to cross and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I
It's
know,
pretty much the same thing.
yeah. Just on even thinner ice, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Nice step up. Awesome. Promotion.
It's got its perks.
At least I won't wake up like a fucking freak every night.
Exactly. Damien just stands up and like jerks his head.
Yeah, I'm coming. And yeah, y'all leave the bar with your new friend Stewie. Mr. Marshall.
Stew man.
And do you want to end the scene there?
I'm good with ending the scene there.
All right. And thank you, Player, for playing. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.